Good morning, and it is quite chilly today in Good morning, and it is quite chilly today in winter is approaching. The thing is, I will be away for a while, and by the time I'm back, winter will be in full swing. Unfortunately, my hubby, well, he's not well versed in succulents, so I will have to prepare them for winter. And by doing that, my hubby won't have to do anything. Like, seriously, he doesn't have to do anything at all unless, I ask him a favor to help me. So, as you can see here, I've started and I have to decide which succulents I need to move into the house and which one of them could actually remain outside. So, as I told you before, the mini glass house is a double-edged sword. Like, it does retain a lot of heat. During winter, when the sun shines on it, the temperature rises really, really quickly. But over here, it only receives sunlight for a certain period of time. Yesterday, it was like the highest was around 25 degrees without this vinyl. And what I did last year was I actually used the vinyl. However, I've covered it in frost cloth as well. So since I'm not around, I'm gonna do both as usual, just in case. I'm deciding if I should just remove the vinyl completely and just use only frost cloth. I'm still thinking about that. I'll probably do that when I come back. So for now, I'm just gonna do what I've done beginning of this year, which is January and February, where winter is at its coldest when there's frost. Frost will start really soon, like probably next week. So yeah, big job today. So all of these, they have to be kept. They can't stay outside. Well, they will remain outside. As you can see, I already have some kind of like stilts and stuff prepared. I might put some hoops somewhere if needed. It's gonna support the frost cloth. I've used the frost cloth last year, but they weren't planted into the ground. They were actually planted in pots. I've only created this garden this year, so interesting to see if they manage to survive. But most of these succulents here have already acclimatized to frost conditions. So fingers crossed that they'll work. And now, let's cue to some B-rolls. Just another minor note, if you do have succulents which has lots of dried leaves, as much as possible, if you are going to store them away deep in the shelf, and if the soil is still moist, you should pull all of these dried leaves away as much as you can. The reason is these leaves may actually get moldy over time because of the humidity.
A few inches later.
Day is finally finally done, and as you can see, it's not exactly airtight. The reason is, to be honest, I don't think it is that necessary for it to be that airtight. With that said, I think I might secure this here. So small gaps are fine, but not huge gaps. The main purpose of the frost cloth is basically, for me, it's, well, of course, to reduce the moisture from going in, the frost from going in, but also it tends to be really, really windy at my home, so it actually breaks the wind a bit. However, since the plants are already, backed by a wall, there's lots of protection, there are buildings around, it's kind of like protecting itself already. So a frost cloth may or may not be necessary. So, however, if you are living in like an open area, like for example, the garden patch I'm gonna show you, yeah, you probably might need a frost cloth, at least until you think your succulents are able to survive the frost without any protection, which can happen, but not all succulents are able to do that. So that's that. I'm gonna leave that alone. And that's all covered. So the temperature here tends to be colder because it's pretty open, lots of wind blowing through here. And this, two of these little guys, they might be galancoes, but they're relentless. Yep, you see, there's a kalanchoe. It's growing in the cracks. So be careful if you do have mother of thousands, mother of millions, because they will spread like wildfire, and I will try and control it eventually. Meanwhile, these are all the succulents I have in this room. Yes, in this room. There are succulents in another room. Yep. So they're here. The arrangement. There are some in the tatami room though. Yes, my hanging garden. Oh my goodness, peperomia. Well, this little guy is in the exact same position, and this time it doesn't have to go through the frost before coming in here, so should be much bigger this year. And this. So there isn't a lot in here. Actually, I should put some in here. I'll think about it. Maybe. Not sure. Maybe not. Oh. And my seed-grown aloe vera and agave. And to see what not to do this winter, click on the video here.